Yeah, no, that's fine. Let me know. Yeah. Hello, welcome from a very cold, dark Southampton. I am just got out the stadium, back at the car. Literally got the stadium to the left hand side of me. Got that close. So yeah, that was an entertaining game. Um, we didn't lose. So if anyone's going to say, Martin, we got beat because it was your fault, no, we didn't get beat. Uh, so I'm not going to go into full details. I'll give it a minute before I go on my little
Football lost today,
rant.
Martin.
Pardon?
Football lost today.
Listen, I'm not going to go on my big rant. You talking about the referees and decisions and everything?
Why wouldn't you go on a big rant? Go on a big rant.
See, the problem is, I've not seen any of the decisions. I've been texted and I've been told that the challenge was studs high on his thigh and should have been a straight red. I've been there was a
In,
couple.
in any other universe, it's a straight red, but go on.
I've been told the penalty was on the line, so if it's on the line, it's a penalty. The thing I don't
Well,
get with
I'll,
VAR
let
is
me
how
let me tell you about the TV replays. The TV replays showed the potential De Bruyne penalty. They've shown it about 58 times
mm,
in replay, but there was not one conclusive angle to say whether it was a penalty or not, other than the fact that when they started drawing the lines on it, Kevin De Bruyne's foot at the point of impact of the challenge was on the white line. Now, if anyone knows the rules of football, the white line counts as the area, which means a penalty. Now, obviously, VAR doesn't interfere in giving free kicks, which is why no free kick was given, which is in real time. In real time, what should have happened with a competent referee? What should have happened is he should have blown a free kick and it should have been overruled by VAR to be a penalty. But ultimately, the referee gave nothing, which is just it's obscene, really. But
he gave
at the end of the
nothing.
day, Martin, that's like point number 50 out of all the points we can make. Today was just wrong in the first place. City didn't win or lose the game today, or even as it turned out, City didn't draw the game today based on a bad referee. The whole game was bad from moment one. The lineup was the wrong lineup, in my opinion. I'll let you go into it, whether you believe that's true or not, but over to you.
We said 2 days, and I'm gonna. People think I'm being harsh. Fine, I'm just gonna give my opinion. Laporte and Diaz. Do you know what bugs me about them? Since when do centre backs split like a cheap Manchester tart and a they just split. How many times did Southampton do that reverse ball through the middle? And our centre backs go, tell you what, have a chasm to run into. The first goal, I keep saying this about Cancelo and Laporte, and no one believes me. Cancelo was caught all out. Laporte just did listen. It was a brilliant finish with the outside of his foot. From what I'm hearing, it looked like I don't know how close Edison was. You might be able to tell me on that, Rob. But to me,
Personally, for Kyle Walker-Peters' goal, I
yeah,
just think it was a fantastic goal. I don't think there's very much you can do about it. I will say one thing though. Scotty Moll just said there, we were pretty awful today. Grealish was absolutely useless. Scotty Moll, I agree with you 100%. But other people told me that this was Grealish's best game. Now, what I will say this. This is football, ladies and gentlemen. You want some analysis, you're going to get it right now. Southampton are a compact defensive team who play on the break. Okay, Pep Guardiola in a press conference the other week said that Kevin De Bruyne shouldn't play against compact defences. So what do? This is Pep Guardiola's infinite fucking wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. He overloads our left-hand side with Foden, Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne and Cancelo, who were all fucking falling over each other and trying to play in the same pocket, and it's fucking useless.
yeah. And the other thing that worries me is Southampton had a game plan today, kicked the hell out of us all over the pitch. That was the amount of times they got away with it, and a more competent referee would have stopped that early on, but he didn't. So Southampton kept getting away with it, and they kept getting away with it, and they kept getting. I will say one thing about Grealish: he was a target today to get the shit kicked out of him. He was getting kicked up and down, left and right today. I don't agree with what he did in the first half when he got up like a petulant child.
McLovin, mate, I know you're a new subscriber, but welcome to the fucking party because you are spot on. We'll have more from McLovin. What McLovin's just said there is absolute fact. KDB doesn't have the technical ability to dribble in tight spaces. He's a transition player. Fact, McLovin. Mm-hmm. You get 1 point from fucking Gryffindor.
Do you know what bugs me about KDB? I thought for 60 minutes he was crap. And then he comes alive. And I get why you have that player in the team, because he can put balls in like you do and for the goal. And he was fighting. But for, like you said, where was Gundogan today? That was Gundogan's game. That was Ilkay Gundogan's game.
Well, that goes back to what I said, Martin. From the team selection was completely wrong. Completely wrong.
That was Rodri from 8 months ago. That wasn't the Rodri we've been watching. Rodri was.
Well, you can get onto Rodri in a bit, but let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan. Should Kevin De Bruyne have played today? Yes, but he should have played instead of Jack Grealish, and Ilkay Gundogan should have played at number 8, because Ilkay Gundogan would have thrived on today's game. Thrived. The transitional play would have been completely different. Rodri wouldn't have been looking like a Farmers League player if Gundogan was in there with him. Seriously. Pep Guardiola's team selection today, you got this one wrong in a big way. There's no way that... the fact that Ilkay Gundogan doesn't play football for Manchester City every fucking game, and especially in games like this against the compact press, is ridiculous. Ridiculous from Guardiola.
Well, the way Southampton... He's quite lucky Kevin De Bruyne or Grealish and Foden haven't come off with a serious injury in that one. Because it wasn't the game for them. They were going to be tight. They were going to be... And listen, they had confidence. They didn't come here. They didn't come and sit back. I say come in. I keep forgetting I'm at their ground. They wanted to play us today. They're on a high. It was a great goal by Walker Peters. Not going to deny that. I still say Cancelo and Laporte were done. Cancelo shouldn't be getting caught out with the ball like that. I still, like you said, Gundogan should be playing. I thought Laporte and Diaz today. Last week we saw them decent against Chelsea. Today I thought they were awful together as a partnership. I thought Walker's first half performance was very dodgy. Very, very dodgy in the first half.
Listen, Sean Foggett, it's Southampton are getting credit, mate. The credit Southampton are getting is that they got a point at home. Well done, Southampton.
They're number 22.
But at the end of the day, Sean Foggett, what you've got to realise is if we would have played a proper team against Southampton, they wouldn't have got any points. We made the tactical mistakes in the team sheet, buddy boy.
Can I ask your opinion on Sterling? Because he got a lot of crap here.
Well, Sterling's the boo boy. I'm sure that everyone will murder Sterling. I'm sure that Twitter tonight will be full of Sterling getting murdered for not scoring in the first half. But again, I will say it again. Kyle Walker-Peters' great goal isn't the reason Southampton got a point, and Sterling missing in the first half isn't the reason we got a point. The game's much more than those two moments.
For me, I will say... Do you think Foden needs a rest?
Well, no. See, this is the thing, Martin. Think back to what I was saying about the compact press and the way that Southampton played compact. Foden looked bang average today, and the fact that Foden looked bang average is because Grealish and KDB were playing in his area. What is the point on having that talent of Phil Foden and then putting 4 Southampton players around him, and then also even making that space even smaller by putting De Bruyne and Grealish in there with him? We don't play in a 5-yard box on the pitch, but today, 3 of our most offensive players, Grealish, De Bruyne and Phil Foden, were all playing in a 5-yard by 5-yard box. What the hell? I don't understand it. When Gabby Jesus came on in the second half and we put the ball out to him more, look how much space he had out on that side. Why can Pep Guardiola not put 2 and 2 together and go, yeah, perhaps I've got too many players running down that left-hand channel? But it's so brainless. I'm an idiot. I am an absolute idiot, yeah? I am stupid. I have got the IQ of a fucking potato, but I can see that overloading the left-hand side was a ridiculous decision.
I want to mention Foden because I don't think he had a particularly great game against Chelsea, if I'm honest. So I'm just thinking about that. In terms of Southampton, listen, the game plan worked. Kevin De Bruyne got on the ball, there was 2 or 3 round him. Grealish got on the ball, they kicked him, 2 or 3 round him. Foden got on the ball, they did the same. They were not going to allow us, like you said, to put these little tiki-taka, intricate little passes through. How many times in the first half did we play the overlapping ball out to Walker and out to Cancelo and Grealish? And they were getting caught out every time. Because Southampton had done their bloody homework on us. Southampton know what we do. We get the ball, we take it out wide, Walker or Cancelo go on the overlap, we ping out, ready for the ball in. And another thing, can I say, today is an example of needing a striker. How many balls, even though we played crap in that first half, how many balls were we putting in the first half and there was no bugger there? So let's get it crap and we don't need a striker gone right now, because we do. Southampton, take credit. It was a game of 2 halves. I'm not going to, it was. Second half, we came into it more, but it was because of the subs he used. He saw what was going on. I'd like Gundogan to get on, because I'm sorry.
Well, McLovin just said there, why does Pep forget about Gundogan when KDB's fit? Well, I don't know, because Gundogan's the perfect Pep player. That's why he was brought to the club. So I'm head scratching, mate.
We did that thing on statistics. Thought Bernardo Silva was a bit below.
Well, let's talk about the referee, shall we, Martin? What a wonderful guy.
Oh. Well, he was allowing Southampton to play rugby. I mean, yeah, what you're saying is fact, but the referee could have helped us there, because they were kicking, like I said, they were kicking shit out of Grealish all game, kicking crap out of KDB. The penalty, like I said, well, I thought there was another penalty in the second half for an handball, because the guy's hand went up. He had his hand up there like that, and the only thing I could think of, it was too close to him. You know, like the ball to hand, they say he couldn't get his hand out the way. But his hand was in a natural position, because you don't have your hand up there.
I think, by the way, Pep Guardiola's got Yaya syndrome with Kevin De Bruyne. You remember when Yaya didn't get dropped, even if Yaya could bring a pillow out onto the centre spot and have a nap for 15 minutes, and he'd never get substituted. And that's sort of Kevin De Bruyne at the minute.
And I hate it. I hate saying it. Do you remember in games like that a couple of years ago when we played the double pivot and we had the 2 CDMs that could stop the Southampton doing that, and we can get in, rough it up, break it through?
Well, when I looked at the game, Martin, what I saw was, I thought, right, we've got Cancelo there, we've got Kyle Walker there, and we played to absolutely zero of our strengths, and we played to absolutely 100% of our weaknesses, and I'm just like, what is going on?
Fair, Rob, but Southampton was smart and we're clicking onto it earlier. But it comes back to, Rob, we haven't always got a plan B.
Well, we haven't got a striker. But apparently we don't need one, so...
Plan B is revert back to plan A and keep trying.
Pep Guardiola's the ultimate waffle merchant. So apparently in Pep Guardiola's post-match press conference, Martin, that was one of the best City performances I've ever seen.
Second half...
Martin's not even going to process that.
No, I don't think it's one of the best I've ever seen, because as I said to you, the first half was the worst I've seen us all season. So I don't know where he gets that from. Second half, no, even for the last 30 minutes, he might have a case because we battered him. But that was because I think they're tired out from what in the first 60 minutes. Southampton deserve a damn lot of credit. And their manager...
I've just said it already. They've already got all the credit they deserve. They got a point. I'm not going to have a meltdown. We're not suddenly going to drop down the league table and plummet into relegation. You know what I mean?
Still going to win the league. But
I love that from Mr. MC there. Jack Grealish is a Poundland Griezmann, and Griezmann's fucking shite as well.
See, I'm going to be honest. I don't think Grealish was our worst player at all today. I don't. I thought he ran his
I think
arse
by
off.
being the most unnecessary player on the pitch, he was by default the worst player, Martin. Sorry.
Do you know what bugs me with Grealish at the minute? He's not doing what he was bought for.
We kept Ward-Prowse quiet apart from when he smacked in a goal.
Question for you. Was Grealish bought to hold up the wall?
I think Grealish was... I don't know why Grealish was bought, Martin. I'm sorry. I can never answer that question.
I'm saying he was very good at holding the ball up.
Where?
Doing 5-yard, 10-yard passes.
Where?
He didn't make any screaming
At City?
runs.
Are you talking about at City or Villa?
No, at Villa.
Oh, but we're not Aston Villa, Martin. I don't know if you've noticed this. We're Manchester City. I don't care what he did at his previous club. I don't care what he did at his previous club. What's he done at this club?
What I'm saying is today, he held the ball up well, but he didn't.
He held our forward play up, Martin. I don't know whether that's well or not. He stagnated our forward play. Every single time he held the ball up, it fucked us. You've got Phil Foden running off the ball, Gabby Jesus in the second half running off the ball, and Jack Grealish is there fucking twiddling his thumbs with the ball, holding it up, slowing our play down. Since when are we slow FC? What the hell?
Exactly. I mean, can I just go back to the Kevin De Bruyne bit? Kevin De Bruyne is a real conundrum because you get it in the post from 20 yards or whatever it was, putting in the ball for Laporte's header, and you start... It's a damned if you do and damned if you don't, because he shouldn't have really played in that sort of game. But it brings out the magic. You know when you say, okay,
I tell you, Sterling will absolutely smack about 3 goals in the next couple of games. You do realise that Sterling scored about 14 important goals this season, right?
Yeah.
He's not a Mickey Mouse player. Sterling is one of our best players by a fucking mile. Right? He had a bit of an off first half and he got subbed, whatever. Doesn't mean he won't come back and smash it next week, because he will.
No, well, what it is it's the Kevin De Bruyne syndrome in reverse. So Kevin De Bruyne, because he's got so much credit in the bank, he can have an off game.
Kevin De Bruyne's had an off season, Martin. What you on about?
What I'm saying is, because Sterling's not had a great couple of years, as soon as he starts improving, but the first time he misses one or has an off game, people are down his throat instantly.
I do like that from Coutinho, though. Liverpool have got an easy run of fixtures before the meeters at the Etihad. Ooh, squeaky bum time. Anyone scared? I'm not scared. Anyone scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? I can see you over there. You're scared, aren't you? You're scared. I see it in your eyes. You're scared.
Is Ronnie Beaver on?
No, sorry.
Because I was going to say, today you can have a go at Rodri.
Oh, yeah, Rodri was awful. But I am telling you, Martin, that Rodri was awful because they didn't have Gundogan in that midfield. I'm telling you. If Gundogan was in that midfield, Rodri would have had a decent game.
And I thought...
Sorry, Big Morgan. The Haaland train has left the station and it's only got one destination, and that's Real Madrid. I'm ruling us out. Big Morgan, I bring you the facts on this channel, and the facts are Haaland ain't coming to City.
We didn't lose. And it was a game of 2 halves. It was. It went from the ridiculous to the sublime by the end. And by the end, there was only one team going to go on and win it. But I'll be honest with you, if we'd have won that, I'd have felt for Southampton because they didn't deserve that. Thought a draw was a fair result, if I'm honest. I think coming out of there with a point is a fair result.
Hold on. I've got Abdallah's coming after me. Coutinho is going after me. I've got my self-defence going.
What?
When Ilkay Gundogan doesn't have Bernardo in the midfield with him, we lose 56% of the games. That's all my criticism of Gundogan. Pep Guardiola's an idiot, and he puts Gundogan in without Bernardo. Yeah, it's all big problems. But when Gundogan's got Bernardo in with him, he's incredible. He's one of our best. He's the best number 8 at the club. Fact. Sorry, Martin, I'll shut up now.
No, it's fine. I thought Bernardo Silva needs a bit of a rest. I think he looks tired. It looks like he's worked his ass off for 23 games.
But we don't have another Bernardo Silva at the club, mate.
No, I know
we've got these players called Cole Palmer and McAtee that have got more chance of getting a game for the women's team than the first team, but, whatever.
I've always told you, forget that. It'll never happen. this dream that people have of EDS. Get it?
No, I get it. Bernardo needs a rest, but who comes in instead of Bernardo? You don't play... I'm sorry, you do not play Gundogan and De Bruyne together without Bernardo, because that's a fucking disaster.
I've got a bigger question. What's John Stones got to do to get in this team?
Not stalk his ex-missus.
I genuinely need to know what Stones needs to do. Because Stones today, I just don't. I didn't get the partnership. Sorry, maybe I watched a different game, but we were all saying Stones and Diaz and Laporte was splitting too far apart. There was too far apart. It was. Listen, Southampton credit.
Justice for the Barnsley Beckenbauer.
You deserve it. They deserve it. Tell you what, the best team we've played this season has been them twice.
Oh yeah, they've taken 2 points off us. Well done, Southampton. I will say Chris Baker's on form there. Stones is having the season off. It actually feels like John Stones is having the season off, because I don't know what the fuck he does wrong. Stones and Diaz are clear the best centre-half partnership at the club, and Stones just doesn't get played.
Being in that ground, because we all felt at the end like we dropped played for the last sort of 30, 35 minutes. And maybe... See, that's how you do feel that way when we have 30, 35 minutes of pure dominance.
Grealish kills my erection. I don't know about our rhythm. I need little blue pills after I've watched that fucking floppy-haired idiot.
Listen, Grealish can score 5 goals and you won't give him credit. You've just made your judgment on Grealish.
Jack Grealish could score 78 overhead kicks against Manchester United in the Champions League final, and I'd still want him fucking sold. I can't stand him.
Because listen, I don't think he was as bad as what you're saying today. But listen, it's about opinions. Like I said, there's fans here today that have come out disappointed we've dropped 2 points because of a 35-minute game of football. Because honestly, that was a game of 2 hours. Go and watch it. If you ever want to see the actual example of the game of 2 hours, put this game on.
You're making me laugh now, man. That was a game of 2 halves. First half and second half. No, but you are right. You are right.
It was. I've never seen. The thing is, I said to you,
we've give Southampton credit. England, you look at him coming out here, he's storming out like a guest on the Jeremy Kyle show. We've give Southampton credit. They got a fucking point. What more do you want? Do you want a party parade for them? Should we get the bus out? Open top bus for Southampton's point.
That is the worst we've played all season because of the way you did it. I mean, is he a Southampton fan? I don't know. But listen, take your credit, enjoy it. It was a great point. You deserve it. Listen, you're a team of dirty bastards. I accept that as well. Whoever your number 22 is, thought he was an amazing defender today. Thought he did really well.
I think Wigan Rugby League play in a similar kit, don't they?
Well, I think they do, because I thought, the referee gets -5 today because I thought he was shocking. From start, I don't even... Who was the ref? What was his name?
John McBastard.
By the way, if any Southampton fans
He's
are
a fat
on,
cunt, anyway.
You're not quite beating us in light shows at the beginning. Our light show's better than yours.
Cundino? Cundino is absolutely thinking that we're prime Stevie G slipping up. We're not. Don't worry. Calm down, Cundino. Calm down.
Still 12 points clear. We are not going to lose. Right, Cundino, let me give you some confidence. That was the worst we played this season in the first half, and we ain't got beat. So where do we get beat? Where are we getting beat, Cundino? We've been to Anfield.
BTEC John Moss. That is the worst referee on the planet. John Moss is already fucking BTEC.
Been to Tottenham. We've been to Anfield. We've been to the Swamp. We've been to Chelsea. Where are we losing? Just think of this, Cundino. It was the worst we played in the first half all season, and we haven't lost.
Just to let you all know, Martin's been to 3 away games this season, and the most City have got is a point.
Don't blame me on this one. We hit a post.
Cundino, seriously, Cundino. Did you want me to come round to your house and tuck you in bed tonight and read you a bedtime story? We're 12 points clear at the top of the league. Calm down. As the fucking Scousers say, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Cundinho. We're not Bottle Job FC. Calm down. Martin's not going to any more away games. It's fine.
I'm going to the cup final if we get there, though.
You are fucking not. I will give you the money for a ticket, but you're not using it. There's not a fucking chance on this planet you're going to the Champions League final. Not a chance.
Don't go to the FA Cup final.
Not a chance. No. You went to Wigan and we lost. So did I. But still, your fault.
By the way, we nearly had a Wigan here at the end, but that's another
Do you want to tell him about that? So Martin's going to tell you some breaking news.
Yeah. Southampton.
Martin got see that out on his head? It's not really. It's a balaclava. He pulled it down and started swatting the stewards.
Basically, what happened was at the end, you won't have seen this on the television, but a young lad ran onto the pitch to get Phil Foden's shirt. You've never seen stewards move as quick. They didn't touch the young lad or get him off the pitch. They just, it was all nice. Then a grown man goes on the pitch and gets Bernardo's shirt. The stewards were rugby tackling him then. And then this steward, he must have been about 60, 65, falls on top of this guy, slips him the knee, slips him another knee. And then Southampton, by the way, Southampton have 5 fans on the pitch coming over calling us all.
They have 5 fans in the stands, by the way.
I've never seen Southampton were having a party. Their fans were on the pitch running around thinking it was great.
Abdallah, all I've got to tell you is, mate, we're with you every step of the way. We're with you. You're not alone in this, Abdallah. We're with you.
You are not alone.
It's all good, mate.
I am in you.
Carry on with your WWE story, Martin. What did Trish Stratus do next? Did the Rock elbow someone or whatever it is?
He got the people's elbow, and he got the Arn Anderson knee. And then he got the what's it called? The tombstone, got one of them. But yeah, there was a 60-odd-year-old steward who decides he wanted to be a WWE wrestler, and there was a few children.
Just replicating Southampton's team, weren't they? Because they were all WWE moves.
Oh, the right.
The studs up into Laporte's thigh was like the most baffling thing on the planet. What the fuck?
He was. Right police come out and they start getting the camera out and videoing all the City fans while they had a flare going off.
Exactly the same thing at Wigan. Do you not remember Wigan, Martin? The Wigan fans were literally throwing their own stadium at them, and the police were hitting us.
Oh, that he nearly, and then all the stewards. Then they tried getting this old man out of the way because the old man was the cause of all this because he was trying to beat up a City fan on the floor. Shouldn't have gone on the pitch, I admit.
Chris Baker, little known fact, but Martin's actually Giant A-Stack's grandson.
So, yeah, Southampton, sort your stewards out because you're a bit of a disgrace. Total disgrace. Yeah. You got a 1-1 against Manchester City and you celebrated like you're going to lift the Premier League trophy.
Oh, dear. Are we having a meltdown, Martin?
No, I was very upset and I told a couple of stewards on the way out, which my lad thought was quite funny, actually. He went, "Why did you ever go at that steward, Dad?" No, mad. But there was a lot of City fans coming out angry and upset. And yeah, fun and
Giant
games.
Haystacks.
Oh,
dear, Chris Baker.
You just say giant mozzarella sticks.
Are you hungry?
I am actually. I've not sleep for a while.
Give us some more of your expert analysis, Martin. Where does City go from here?
Where do we go from here? M42.
Don't leave the jokes to someone else, man. Bloody hell.
The M3, the M42, and up the M6.
Yeah, you can tell it's a good joke when you're the only one laughing at it.
Do you know the good thing right now? We've got a couple of weeks off now. And we move on to the Fulham game in the FA Cup. So some of these.
Is it a good thing? That's a good question. Well done, Robert. That's a good question. Is 2 weeks off a good thing?
Well, some of them will have 3 weeks off, won't they?
Well, I'm sorry, right? Put yourself back into secondary school, Martin. Yeah, you've just done your GCSEs, and you have to wait 6 weeks to find the results. Is that 6 weeks a comfortable 6 weeks?
The first 3 are, the last 3 are.
My point is that if I'd just come off the back of a draw, I'd want to go out the fucking next day and prove that we're better than a draw. And the fact that there's 2 weeks, I don't think that's... I agree with Conor Morris. Give Grealish 6 months off. Fuck it.
Bernardo Silva's going to be good at this rest. But then again, Fulham are banging in goals left, right, and centre. So we might roll out with the strongest team against Fulham. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do in that FA Cup game.
Yeah, John Stones deserves a couple of weeks off. Poor lad.
Yeah, he's had 6 months off. Lazy git. And listen, we don't play again in the league for another 3 or 4 weeks. I think it's what, the 12th of February, something like that, or like the 8th. I think haven't we got Brentford at home, our next game in the league? I might be wrong.
Yeah, it's Brentford next year.
Yeah, which is a night game. So you're talking 3.5 weeks till we play in the league again. That's the annoying thing, that we can't put this right. And there will be other games going on in and around us. But, listen, we drew 1 each. We didn't lose. If we can play our worst first half of the season, still come out with a point and should have won it probably, or could have nicked it easily at the end, then, are we grasping at straws for having a whinge?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get 104 points anymore, which is, I'm devastated. But
That's 102.
Yeah, we move. We could only get 102 points this season, so a bit sad, but, it is what it is.
I'm sick of the bath of these. I can't wait to never play these again for another year. Piss off. I'm sick of Southampton. Sick to death of them.
Well, they're not going to get relegated.
Take your light show and shove it up your ass. Can I copy one of your things, Rob?
Southampton's a shithole. I want to go home.
I go home.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
As we were singing coming out. Yeah, Southampton's a shithole. I want to go.
Chris Baker, I want to fucking shit. I want to tie you down and shave that gingerness off your face sometimes, Chris Baker.
I was said.
He said Harry Kane would have scored the tap in that Sterling fluffed. Fact.
Ooh. Right, I'm going to have to go in a moment because they're about to lock the gates and I'm not sleeping in a car park in Southampton.
Why not?
I'm in the dock in Southampton at the moment with a big cruise liner.
Mine's in the dock at Southampton.
Yeah, I've literally got a big cruise liner next to me.
You are you're like a tugboat, you are.
No, this one's like a big, huge cruise ship.
All right, final thoughts then before you piss off to the Maldives.
Yeah, I'm not coming over that cruise boat. Listen, it is what it is. We drew 1 each. Don't hit the panic button. We're still going to win the league. Like I said, we are entitled to have a bad 60 minutes, which we did today. But like I said, Southampton have been our toughest opponent this season, both at the Etihad and here. And we've come out undefeated. And probably over the 2 games, probably a point each is probably a fair reflection of how the games have both ended.
Martin had looked cramped in the Land Rover, mate. Don't worry about it. It's funny when I get in his car. It's like the fucking Noddy's car when I get in it.
Have you ever seen us? I'm just thinking of you in like a little matchbox.
There you go. I'll take that sentiment from McLovin. City staying up. We're staying up. We're staying up.
Hey, just imagine robbing a Hot Wheel. Imagine.
Are you having car-based fantasies about me, Martin? You're supposed to be doing the Southampton post match. Your mind's filthy. Right. Final thoughts, Martin. Who's lost the plot?
Listen, we're 12 points clear. Don't worry, we're going to win the league. Southampton, retrain your stewards, retrain your team to play football and not rugby league. Yeah. We move on. FA Cup next. Enjoy the rest.
I just want to check, have we given Southampton enough credit, Martin? I wouldn't want to do a stream where we didn't give Southampton enough credit.
Well, I'm waiting for someone's going to put in the comments, I thought you were very harsh on City. You didn't get any credit. So we can't win it.
Right, I'm asking the audience now, who needs more credit? Does City need more credit? Does Southampton need more credit? Do the fans need more credit? Does the referee need more credit? I'm confused because I don't know what to think anymore unless you tell me what to think.
But you need more credit, you go to the shop and get a top up.
Stop with the jokes. Dad jokes. Dad jokes FC.
Well, I'm a dad.
Anyway, this stream's gone down the toilet. Safe journey to all City fans on the way home. Safe journey. Have a great Saturday night, everybody. And we'll see you again tomorrow, where we're going to talk all about Everton's relegation prospects. Bye!
What a game!
Bye, Martin.
Bye.